this win here feels even bigger than Chile probably. Chile was my first ever World Cup win and I was mind blown. But now I feel like this was for real. Like everyone was there. Ibaya Moreno, who's I don't know how many times world champion, Sarakita even more. And yeah, they're such good sailers. We have the bottom pushing up, Alexia Kiefer, Maria Morales, Pauline Katz. It's such a strong fleet. And I feel like with this win, it's cementing that I can be on top. And also for myself, like not only for people outside, but also for myself. I'm proving, now I know I can win. And that's an insane feeling. When I got back to the beach after winning the double elimination and also after the single elimination, I was fully overwhelmed. Especially in the single elimination, I was actually still out on the water and I have signals with my coach Dieter and he was showing me, you won. And like it was, I don't know, goosebumps all over my body. Like I've fought for this moment since I've started sailing, since I've started competing. And knowing that it was such a strong fleet and knowing I had won was an insane feeling. Usually the moment the heat starts, my nerves go away and I'm concentrated and in the heat. But in that heat, I started and somehow my nerves didn't go away. So like when I did bottom turns, my legs were rubber. So yeah, like I was trying to calm my mind and luckily managed to get a really good wave in the beginning, which was good, but still my legs were like rubbering around a bit. And managed to find a second wave and I had Dieter signaling me on the beach, so that was really good. And then I managed to come back upwind and land a back loop, which, yeah, kind of cemented it. And then I knew I had it. The cool thing is I have Dieter van der Eycken coaching me, and I think tactics is probably our biggest topic. Like, of course, we're also coaching technique and improving techniques, but like especially competing, I think tactics is everything. And he's very, very good with tactics, and I think we're quite similar. And he has he's always pointing out the right things. And I think for me especially, it's really good to have a coach on the beach that we both agree on the tactics, because if you're by yourself, you may be thinking of a tactic, but then it's a bit hard to stick to it. While if you have someone on the beach and you're sticking to a tactic, you know, okay, if I don't stick to that, my coach is going to be like, you didn't stick to the plan. So yeah, I think it's very, very decisive, especially because now the level is so good in the women. And yeah, I'm very happy to have Dieter by my side. But I think what is super cool to see in the women fleet is that like the bottom has filled up with a good level. Like we have some solid level on the tour, which I think Tenerife now really, really showed it. So I think for the women it's super important to have this event here. Studying medicine and windsurfing are, yeah, probably quite contrary, but somehow it's a mix that works quite well for me, because if I only do one of the two, I'm not happy. Like only windsurfing, at some point it bores me because it's, yeah, maybe too easy to just always go. And if I'm only studying, whatever it might be, it also like, I'm unhappy because I don't get to go on the water. I don't get to go for a little adventure. So the two things actually worked quite well for me. I'm now close to the end of my studies. But this year has been quite a challenge actually, because I'm in the last year of the studies, which is practical. So I'm in the hospital every day. I have a full-time job that is not really paid. And then I have my holidays, which are short, and I pass those holidays on the events. So maybe that's something that's also different this year, that I come to the events knowing this is my holiday. Like I definitely want to have a good time. And maybe that changes something of my mindset. And once again, it's working out well. But it's definitely a challenge because it's such a big contrast, especially this year. I'm on these events and I'm competing and it's so tenseful, and I'm as successful as I've never been this year. So like coming home from Chile, and I'm sure now is going to be the same. on the Sunday I'm on the podium and people are cheering for me, and the next day I go home and I'm the intern, like, who doesn't have a clue about anything and needs to ask for everything. And people don't know about my windsurfing career. So it's so contrary, and it's a challenge to wrap the mind around that. But yeah, it's working out. So winning the world title is my biggest goal. It's been my goal since I started windsurfing, since I started seeing the girls on tour and do crazy stuff in the waves. And yeah, I wanted to copy them, and I wanted to be better than them, or like improve the level. And I really don't know what has changed this year. I've gone from always probably some good sailing to now winning contests, and I don't feel like I've changed anything. So it's a really, really exciting year, and the season is still long. So what I'm trying to focus on is that I'm in a position that I've never been in before. So it's the biggest achievement of my career, and I'm very proud of that. And what there is to come, I can't really control. I'm going to give my best, of course. I will go to Sylt and to Maui and yeah, leave my heart out there, and will fight for the title. But windsurfing is such an exciting sport. Like, there's so many uncontrollable factors. Like, are you going to get that wave? Are you going to get that gust? Or are you going to land that move? Or is a gust going to come in the wrong moment? So yeah, I think you need to control, or like concentrate on the things that you can control, and that's what I'm trying to do. And obviously the dream is the title, and I'll fight for it.